Check it out, we got the third episode digging through some old artwork. This time we've got some transparencies and then a random folder of drawings and whatnot. We'll jump into the transparencies first off. Surprisingly, with the shallow depth of field, you can actually see the transparency pretty well without having anything in the backdrops. Here's just some old face designs. Here we got some love bots, and then like the close-up love bot. Looks like there might have been something on the other side of this. So in the past I've used some of these to make, other stencils and whatnot, but a lot of them I've just kept on hand for this, that, or the other thing. These were definitely designed for stickers originally. Tall, full 8.5 by 11. Now this one was for a vinyl run, so these might be like 3 by 4 inches about. Got a little IVS there. Karma, he actually got that ordered a few times around. We got a halftone version of that same face. Finally find the right side of this. So we got die 1, another Karma, and 2 more of those die 1s. Little spray can thing with some characters on the inside. Looks to be just a darker print version with a little guy up there. I think those were must have been for stickers as well. This one saw some better days, maybe when making the transparency transfer onto the silkscreen it pulled off a little bit. Try to skim through the repeats as fast as I can. This design was actually for my first silkscreen vinyl run, so let me find the name down there. Stink Eye. So these were alright. I remember actually using too high of a mesh count on that run, so the fine detail didn't come out nearly as good. So I think actually all of this kind of main area blew out, so it was kind of just a solid black area. But it was a big learning experience printing on vinyl for the first time at kind of a high repetition scale. The Oppressive Thumb, some of his stuff was featured in the sticker portion. Got a big halftone here. You can see I colored in some tops there, trying to cover up what probably was some misprinting or whatnot. I wonder how well that one ended up turning out. This one got some paint on it. Mesh get up. Second one there. Those were also for some colored vinyls. So a very old crew design with SIVE, SG. There was Deed and Sexer there. It was a very short-lived experience, but had made some custom vinyls for that. Totally clear. Feels very slick, so I don't think I'd even be able to print on that. The really slick stuff is generally laser printed, and you can actually tell that the laser printed stuff doesn't quite have really good black. Makes for printing a little interesting, but sometimes I would double up on. This is actually hand-drawn transparency. This was made for an old silk screening tutorial, all hand-drawn on there with some paint markers, and that was using, I think, photo emulsion, but drawing the design versus having to print it. 2 letters and a partial V down there, but these were for a t-shirt as well as some posters I made a while back. Once again, those were printed with plastisol ink before I knew how to dry them, so that was a show nonetheless. Here's the other portion of that kind of era where I wasn't doing the best silk screening, so 2-tone right there. I'll actually line these 2 up so you can get an idea. So this was the back print of the first color. It was like a teal color and then the white would overlay, so you could see that there's some overlap there to help with registration. I was doing these on a single color press, so that registration was nonsense anyways. Most of them got messed up. Another one of those 4-play ones with Southern. See his tag right up there. Tons of blanks here, so I feel like I can just throw some of those in packs and see how they go. I'm sure people can cut stencils out of them themselves. Here's the other sections of that other ones. We got the V and part of the E here. These were originally made for some stickers, I believe, and then I think I ended up downsizing this quite a bit and then only printing some of them, but nonetheless, here's the reverse kind of negative side of it. Negative of that big t-shirt one I had mentioned. This was actually designed for my first silkscreen. Didn't work too hot. I wonder if I even still have the sweatshirt I printed it on. So the original print was on a black sweatshirt with some lime green, just water-based ink, so the opacity was terrible on it. But it worked out well enough that you could definitely see the image, and it was a good practice there. Probably about 14 inches long, maybe a little bit bigger. Definitely a cool one. These all look like they got wet and the ink started to bleed. You can probably tell that they were face designs, as I was printing plenty of those and it's kind of in that silhouette. Could scan and make those to some interesting digital designs. Got the old Obama square there. 2 other faces. A larger one of that Deed design. Kind of a dark silhouette here. 2 of them. Simple outlines. I always love these big transparencies. They just make for perfect size stickers. Something about that larger size just makes it all the better. This one seemed to got gnarled on the bottom, but nonetheless, a little love bot. Missing parts there. Who knows if those were actually used in the printing. I could have printed 4 or 5 copies to get a good one. 2 limes. Same love bot as before. He's actually back up doing a bunch of new art, so be on the lookout if you are unfamiliar with his work. Here's a big one. I know I have some of these printed out. They're massive vinyl stickers, so maybe I'll find some of those in the stack and show them off in this video too, as these little components of them don't quite do this image justice. This was a fun one. It was a solid sheet of a bunch of different designs that I didn't end up cutting, sent them right to the guy and he cut them himself, but packed in a few different illustrations and little logos there. Got demo and a little mushroom character. More love bots, little eye illustrations. And most of these had to have been for some vinyl stickers. Sweet illustrations here. Some Obama designs from Swift. Said 3 or 4 layers on top of it. Probably desperate to use up some last of my transparencies. Definitely got some more faces, of course. These were some of those Halloween ones. You can tell by the red ink on the sides. I must have been using that to align the second coat. You got a bunch of those little ones. Interesting choice of registration mark. They kind of look hand-drawn, honestly. Here's the splatter layer. This was a later gang run of vinyl stuff that I did. This stuff, oh, let's get a good look at that. Definitely cleaner prints. Beck from Toronto. He does some sweet illustrations, as well as these, prints on the vinyls came out super crisp. I had pretty tailored in the technique at that point. Another Happy Love bot. Looks like a reprint of that same design. Got a bunch of these font works. Don't remember having a bunch of those on hand, so I don't even know if I ever used them. So on the right side of this, we got Zebra there. He's still very active. Void. Goob with a little hooded guy. Seen the Peso before. Looks like I had an assist in some of those skinny sections. So these were definitely doubled up to get a darker image. So we got a Felon RX Skulls collab, SD1 or SO1? SD1, there we are. I believe that was a Felon Skyrim design. Got Sure Sonar. Big kind of geometric style. Sample fonts. This looks like to be the one that I actually printed, so you can see that was a massive sticker. I'll dig some of those out so you can get a better look at them. About Invasion. And these were some of those old urban camo designs. So we got all the individual layers here. Definitely doesn't look like much singularly, but it was a 3-color print that gave kind of a camouflage look. Looks like we got one more from this batch before I go grab some others. Some more Felon characters. Karma. Sweet. So before you guys forget, this is that same love bot, so probably 18 inches tall or so and a foot wide. Massive love bot. This one got kind of crushed, and this one, as I remember correctly, got burned on the palette, so I kept those. But these were some mean kind of poster style stickers, but they're literally massive vinyl stickers, so definitely cool design and an awesome opportunity. I have some other vinyls that were tucked in a similar place, so I'll run through these before we get to the last of the transparencies and whatnot, change it up a little. So now we got some love bots, single color, oh just kidding, double color with a little red heart on some of these, some different colors of vinyl. And these were some unfortunate prints that the registration marks just had a terrible time reading, and I kept them because they were from a big order from RWK and Jostle, so I haven't gone back and tried to readjust these, but I have the file in case I can. But yeah, unfortunately there was quite the stack that went uncuttable. Yeah, here we have some on the reverse of that, so you can see they just cut down on this circle. It wasn't even anymore. So here's a little better example where it was cut, definitely not aligned to the circle. So it's an unfortunate side. There's some casualties in the printing operations, but we've got to work through that and ended up getting them a fresh order. I think a bunch of those were eggshells too. These are some eggshell custom prints. Looks like they were used multiple occasions to maybe make registers and get the screen running. Got some SIVE shell blanks there. I always liked how the kind of multi-print looks came out. Always gave pretty cool, unique kind of coloring and backgrounds. Wouldn't count it as a collab. These are not SIVE shells, but they are big paper labels printed with a few different designs. Quite a few of those in different colors. It's a sad day to see them all here, but maybe I'll chop them by hand and send them out. I think these were for post bins. Smile, at least you're not in this box. Big vinyls with Love Bud on there. These were, once again, silk screened on some clear, well, no, those are white vinyl. So, big Love Bud I hand cut. Some more of those small ones in different colors. Big Love Invasion. So you can see this one's way off center. That's the reason why I probably kept it. Can't say all the prints come out perfect, but you know, do my best to get nice consistency. This one looks pretty flawless, so maybe I just kept that for one-off. These ones were pretty sweet. They were maybe 15 by 15 inches. Big black Love Bud on top of a nice red heart. Kind of gives that matte to gloss comparison. I like those style designs a lot. And also some other big ones. This one lost his heart. Some greens. Very cool stuff. So I also have this strange little red folder here. So let's check out what's inside of it. Looks like a little tribute from Dusk 1. There's Throwy there, and then a SIVE up there. Maybe SI down there. More on this side. Very cool. Little Decoy canvas panel. Another sticker from Decoy. Ron English postcard. Got this in New York as well, I'm not sure who those were. Old face posters. Fun of his stuff in those first couple videos. EOS. Little artwork with the double face. Maybe the one and only 4-play piece I did. Random poster background. Never got used. Face made these little designs. Musket Muscle, 3 of 8. Maybe he only made a few of these. Cool to hang on to that. Not sure why I ended up with this double collab and no room for myself, but Cups and Venom. MQ poster. Dusk sent that actually. Hypno poster. Jeer and Swar collab. Collab between myself and Jeer. Question asking for a collab on the back. Old stencil collab, very nice. Pinnock. Looks like a lot of these are collabs. Another one from me and Jeer. That's a funny one. This was a music video from Dumbfounded way back when. He gave out a bunch of things. I forgot. I don't know if you had to mail in for it or not, but looks like I got panel 38 or whatnot signed by him. That's a way back when. More love bots from maybe some of those first runs. So you can kind of see the trajectory of those same designs and transparencies you were seeing earlier. There's a reason I keep one of most of the stuff I print just to show and have a kind of portfolio of stuff that I'm able to produce, and it's also good to keep track of what you've gone through. Top Secret Hoodlum, back of a package he sent me. This came with a GATS t-shirt I bought a while back, I believe. Media Descent. Here's some more of those Zero posters. Let's find the center. Big kind of Illuminati Cyclops Obama. Same one from the other video. Guys. Oh, I don't think this one was in the last video. This one was though. Repeat. You've seen this one in the previous video, but it's always a fun one. a little canvas patch. That definitely does it for this portion of the video. Thank you guys for checking it out, and I might have a pack or two left on my web store if you want to check out grabbing some of this work before it, you know, goes back into a bin for eternity. It's always nice to share the work out and for you guys to get, you know, just a big lot of different artists and stuff without having to trade with each of them individually. So if you want to cover the cost of getting the artwork to you, I'm always interested in giving some new life to the same artwork that's seemingly been collecting dust for myself. Thank you again for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit that like button. The support is always tremendously helpful here on YouTube, as well as if you like the content, I post weekly graffiti related videos, so consider joining the crew by subscribing. Feel free to check out one of the other videos from this series. You can find it on screen right now or in the description of the video. Alternatively, there's another video YouTube thinks you might like. That's gonna do it for me, guys. Peace.